This is Shari McGuire, and I am the ambassador for Explore Maple Grove here with another episode. And today we have the great pleasure of getting to meet and visit with Coach Lee, who is the owner of World Taekwondo Academy in Maple Grove. Welcome to the episode today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Well, it would be great for you to tell us a little bit about your business. And, I think it'd be good for people to understand too, like how that's different than like karate, because there's all these different varieties out there.
Yeah, first started out with my father, who came here in 1968 as with one of the first we call Grandmaster instructors that come to the United States to teach martial arts and Taekwondo. In 1969, he started his own school, and we're still here today because of him. You mentioned the difference between, I think it's kind of a tough question to ask because a lot of the martial arts is considered Taekwondo, but they just put the word karate on there because I think culture-wise, it was a lot easier for people to know it, because karate, the word karate was a much more popular word back then than Taekwondo, if that makes
interesting.
sense. I know there's different variations. I mean, there's so many different styles of American Taekwondo, American karate. I mean, so it's kind of a tough question to say what separates them all. It's kind of just one big mesh. I would say.
Well, that's good to know, because I have been in the martial arts world for quite a long time and really didn't know, and if it's really just, and I bet you other people would wonder that too. Well, what's different about it? But your dad was pretty much instrumental in what we see around here.
I would say. He was, his grandmaster, his instructor was one of the founding fathers of Taekwondo, and so I think just his lineage in this area and in the U.S. is pretty big. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Part of it, yeah. I was, blessed to be a part of it, and it's kind of cool. And
so. Yeah. Now you started when you were a kid.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So I started at the age of 4, and like I said, back then kids typically didn't study martial arts. It was more designed for adults. But as time goes on, the transition is kind of reversed, where it's mostly kids now, especially in our style. I would say different. Like the jiu-jitsu has been fairly new, and it's more programmed towards adults. But as you can see, the trend is starting to change a little bit, kind of like how we were, and more focusing towards kids. And I think they're teaching a little bit more of the philosophy pieces of things, and teaches you about discipline, respect, and things like that. So I think it's a good change.
Yeah, it is. It's wonderful for those kids to get that discipline and leadership skills. I see my son, who's been in martial arts for, oh gosh, he was 3.5 and he's 15 now, so however many years that is. But he is a good kid because of that. And other kids, you see that just how they grow up, and the martial arts have been a big part of that for them. So it's a wonderful thing to get your children involved in.
Yeah, I think a lot of people you get a little bit misunderstanding of what martial arts is. They think it's about fighting, it's about this, it's about that, where it's as you know, it's more about personal development. And it's challenging yourself and having you become a better person. And it's kind of the opposite of what people think, because it's not. If I always tell parents, if it was about fighting, we'd have no one there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's interesting we got on this subject, because I just saw a parent last night on Facebook post something because her little kindergartner is getting bullied on the bus. And I know that martial arts, the kids that go to martial arts, that can be something where, I don't know if it's that they build up enough confidence or something, that they're not the target. And it's not because they're, they can go off and fight. It's that there's something different about how they present themselves. Would that be right? Tell us more about that.
I think we deal with it all the time, and I think the number one issue is obviously just confidence is probably the biggest thing, is how you carry yourself, how you walk around. And we know that typically kids who are being bullied don't have the confidence. They're kind of quiet and they stick to themselves. Walking with their shoulders down. So it's,
Yeah.
they make themselves an easy target. Now, can martial arts help? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think with today's culture and society, it's not just martial arts. I think it has to be a team effort with family structure and things like that, because there's a lot more to it than just
Oh yeah.
confidence,
Yeah.
but hopefully, I can say that at least we're there to help.
Absolutely.
We might not have all the answers, but I know that we surely can help.
Yeah, it's a tool,
Yes.
just like anything else, and it goes along with a lot of stuff. So that's great for parents to know that you can be someone that can help their child who might be getting bullied,
Right.
to be more confident in how they walk. So now this was just something you grew up into and kind of took over from your dad. And so I guess, why did you choose this as a profession?
It's a great question. I mean, at first it was, I think it was just, I had the passion for it. I enjoyed it. Something that's uh, makes you feel good because you make an impact on other people. It wasn't, truthfully, it wasn't a path that my parents wanted me to take. They wanted the traditional, go to school, become a lawyer or something like that. But that wasn't for me. I've been doing this my whole life, and this is something that I really want to pursue. And I was very fortunate to, have my father and the people, the resources he had to help me and guide me. So yeah, I just truly I fell in love with it, not just because I was gifted with it from my father. I just truly enjoy it. So, and
Mhm.
that's the reason why I took this path.
Yeah, well, that's awesome, because if it's a passion and just in your blood, it's not a job. It's You're just having fun. I mean, there's
Yeah,
still parts
exactly.
of it that are jobs, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a blessing because it's something I enjoy doing. And I think
Mhm.
that alone is enough.
Absolutely. So, what is something that most people don't know about your business?
I think, I think that number one is, I'm an Olympic coach. I've been with the national team I was with the U.S. national team for 13 years. Now I work with other countries now.
Hmm,
In the two Olympics, my eldest daughter went to the last Olympics.
really?
Yeah, so we have a couple other kids right now preparing for the Paris Olympics here in 2024.
Mhm.
My middle daughter is one of them, and we have a
Really?
high school graduate from Maple Grove, Alson, who's who has a great shot as well. So
Mhm.
something that keeps me occupied a lot, and we travel quite a bit. Just got back from Europe, Poland last week, so
Okay.
on the road a lot. So I travel quite a bit.
That's awesome, though. Good job for your daughter, doing
Yes.
so well, and the local Maple Grove person. What would you say your customers say that they love the most about your business?
I don't know. I would say number one, it's more of we're a very family oriented school. I think that we keep the true value of what we're trying to treat, traditions of what I've been taught in the system. I know it's,
Mhm.
like I said, I think a lot of schools with the culture change and different systems have kind of got away from that, to be honest with you. And we kind of try to keep those values as much as possible because it's something that's important to me.
Mhm.
So I think that's what kind of sets us apart a little bit, is
Mhm.
just the traditional values of those things.
Well, that's awesome to have those traditional values. So it's great that you honor those yet and are instilling those in the kids. We definitely need more of that in our world.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Well, last question would be, what do you love most about Maple Grove?
Ooh, a lot of things. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, it's amazing community. It's got everything here. We got the shops, we got the stores, we got the restaurants, we got great schools. We have great community events. I mean,
Mhm.
I think of one time Maple Grove was probably, I think it was voted like one of the best cities in the country to live in. So
Yes.
there's so many. I mean, we got parks, we have lakes. I mean, we pretty much have it all here. We got I guess, a little ski hill.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so
There's a lot here, which
there's
is
a lot.
pretty lucky that we're
Yeah,
blessed like that.
yeah. The only bad thing is you never leave Maple Grove.
Yeah. It is kind of its own little microcosm, and you got what you need. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
so I think it's a great place to live and raise your kids. That's for sure.
Absolutely. We're blessed that way. So great. Well, thank you so much for taking time to meet with me today. Again, so Coach Lee, thank you for being here. And I'm Shari McGuire with Explore Maple Grove. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.